I watched Nobody 2, so here are my thoughts. It's movies like this that make me remember that every movie serves a purpose. This film isn't putting forth any deep themes or deep dialogue. This movie is just a fun action movie. Watching this movie took me back to the feeling of going to the drive-in for the first time and watching a double feature of Con Air and Face Off, or curling up on the couch every Christmas to watch Die Hard, or renting True Lies from the video store and popping it into the VCR. I think it's why I'm such a huge fan of things like the John Wick franchise. These David Leitch produced projects take me back to the time of 90s crazy action. You're not questioning a slow-mo walk away from an explosion, or monologuing, or the bad guys missing every shot. And in between the action, there's well-placed comedy peppered in between. That's what Nobody 2 was. And I think just the concept of somebody like Bob Odenkirk being an action star is just two kind of opposite feeling ideas that it works. In Nobody 2, we see Hutch, Bob Odenkirk's character, now in debt to this agency because of his actions. So he's having to carry out some pretty dark work in order to pay back what he did in the last movie, at the expense of spending time with his family. So when it's summer vacation, he decides, I'm gonna take a break from this and go take my family to the place that I grew up going as a kid, this water park town. So he packs up his wife, played by Connie Nielsen, his son, daughter, and grandpa, played by Christopher Lloyd. And they head to Plumerville, this kind of beach town, with kind of like a boardwalk carnival and water park. But him getting away with his family is not as easy as he had planned. He ultimately gets into a run-in with the wrong people, and the situation escalates from there. We have Colin Hanks in this movie and Sharon Stone in this movie as villainous characters. I will say Sharon Stone looks incredible. Her dialogue delivery is a bit cheesy, but I feel like it's coming from a place of chewing up the scenery, so it didn't bother me. I like how things just keep getting worse for Hutch, so the escalation makes for some really fun moments, especially when it comes to the action. And Bob Odenkirk looks great in these action scenes. Christopher Lloyd is absolutely adorable as Grandpa, who is just kind of gleefully blowing guys away. Connie Nielsen also gets into the action a bit, but I wanted more of that. The RZA has some fun action moments as well, and I love the setting of the water park for a big action set piece. I will say the ending did feel a little too abrupt and rushed. But overall, I had a ton of fun with Nobody 2. Setting and action were really fun. The comedy worked for me. And generally, I liked the story. But have you seen Nobody 2? If so, let me know.